Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to take a look at iPhone 14 Pro Max versus iPhone 12 Pro Max. These phones might look the same, but iPhone 14 Pro Max is way more powerful than the 12 Pro Max. Now, while you look at this comparison video, I will read you the specifications for both phones. First thing that you will notice is the camera, and the iPhone 14 Pro Max has a better camera with the main sensor being 48 megapixels versus the 12 megapixel camera which is on the 12 Pro Max. The second thing that you will notice after you turn on the 14 Pro Max is the display, which has a cutout there at the top called as Dynamic Island. We don't have a notch anymore. Well, it's kind of a notch, but it's called the Dynamic Island now. The display on the 14 Pro Max is LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED 120Hz versus XDR OLED 60Hz on the 12 Pro Max. The configuration is almost the same at both phones with 6GB of RAM, but 14 Pro Max can go up to 1TB. The chipset on the iPhone 14 Pro Max is Apple A16 Bionic 4nm versus Apple A14 Bionic 5nm, which is on the 12 Pro Max. Selfie camera is 12 megapixels on both phones, but on the 14 Pro Max it has a better aperture with f1.9 and it's slightly better. It also has a cinematic mode which can go up to 4K 30 frames per second, while both phones can record up to 4K 60 frames per second in normal mode. iPhone 14 Pro Max has a battery of 4323 mAh of battery, which can support fast charging, and it's a better battery life than the 12 Pro Max, which has a battery of 3687 mAh. Both phones support fast charging. iPhone 14 Pro Max has more features than the 12 Pro Max. One of the main features is the capability to connect with the satellite to send and receive SMS messages. That's only for emergency cases, but unfortunately that's available in the United States and Canada only. The real differences that these two phones have is the display, the battery and the camera. The display of the 14 Pro Max can go up to 2000 nits brightness, and it's way better than the 1200 nits that the 12 Pro Max has. The phone has a slightly bigger battery in capacity and it has a better camera, 48 megapixels. But the main difference here is the chipset. The new Apple A16 Bionic chip is way better and it has better image processing capabilities for the camera, and it has a better efficiency for the battery as the phone is not that power hungry anymore. Not that the 12 Pro Max is bad, but the 14 Pro Max battery is really good. Also, the other thing is the always on display, which Apple took it to the next level, different from any Android phone until now. That was the video guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.